You talked about how doing comedy wasn't so easy in the beginning. People think it's sweet, y'all. Listen, stand up in front of a whole bunch of people is not sweet. He could tell you. Is there any tips that you can give people or anything like that? Like, what do you do? What do you do to prepare yourself to get on stage? Besides take a few shots, because I do that too.
Basically, to be yourself and not care. Like, you really can't go out there and be like, man, if they don't think I'm funny, then be like, man, I ain't funny. Like, nah, like, you're going to run into some shows where ain't nobody wasn't feeling you or people didn't understand where you was coming from. But you got to fill out the crowd, though. Like, that's why I say it's a gift. Like, you just got to know. Like, the more you do it, the more you going to get that shit. So it's like when I go on stage, I got to feel for the crowd. Like, they want to hear ribbing shit. They don't want to hear no real jokes. So I'm about to rib up the fuck out of the nigga in the crowd. That's what I'm saying. So, but you got to just know that shit and know your crowd. Like, you get an older crowd. Like, I done did a 70-year-old anniversary party before. They don't want to hear no ribbing shit. You got to talk about the old folks and when you was in a relationship for years. Like, you got to know your crowd. So basically just know your crowd.
So I'm going to ask you this then. I'm going to ask you from two different parts. Who's your favorite comedians globally, like known, and who's your favorite comedians from Milwaukee? And I ain't gonna say Milwaukee. Let's say Milwaukee, including Atlanta, because I know you do a lot of places. You meet a lot of comedians. So Atlanta, Milwaukee, and like just in that circle. So first, your top five comedians.
Top five comedians. It's not in no order. No order. Bernie Mac.
Go.
I'm gonna go Martin Lawrence. Dave Chappelle.
Go.
Richard Pryor.
Go.
And I would have to go. I like Mike Epps, bro. That nigga got me crying, bro.
You don't got Cat Williams. You don't got. Okay.
I don't got Cat Williams in there. It's hard. I mean, it's
Like,
a
yeah,
top five. You know
bro.
how many comedians it's cold? Like, how could I really?
You know niggas get mad at you. Tell me your five greatest power forwards ever. Like, you ain't got him. Nigga. Like, damn, nigga, you gave me only five.
You ain't got Stromon Swift? Like, what the fuck?
Theo Ratliff. Nigga, that was garbage. Because. And so, what about locally? Let's say Milwaukee, Atlanta, in that area. You ain't got to do five. Just who your favorite comedians.
In Milwaukee?
Mm-hmm.
I shout out all the GOATs for sure. Like, I'm starting from D-Rock, Kelly Kells, Marlon Hill, Betty G. These are all the people who came before me and just showed me the way, basically. Anton McNeil, he from Madison. But, you know, he still had a part of Milwaukee. I don't I hate naming names because I feel like I forget somebody. Now I got somebody inboxing me. Damn, you gonna say my name, huh?
Like, don't fuck with me, fool.
Like, nah, man. Bodini. Man, it's so many people, bro. You.
Appreciate it.
It's some people that don't even do stand-up. I just like, they just consistent with their content on the internet, too.
Like who?
Like Bankhead, Big Frank, Leo, funny as fuck.
Leo's hilarious, bro. I don't care what nobody say.
What's his name? Zebra Cake Man. Like, man, listen, Xavier. Like, it's so many, and they young too. They like up and coming and shit too. And I just see their dedication and their consistency. And I'd be watching shit like that. So I really, everybody that's in Milwaukee that's in a comedy scene, I want to make sure. My biggest thing, I want to make sure I work with everybody, bro. Like, I don't want to leave this earth and I didn't work with nobody from Milwaukee that's doing what the fuck.
So you ain't big headed when it comes to something like that.
Hell no, Xavier. I just talked to Xavier on this thing. He was like, I want to move to Atlanta. He said, I definitely want to work with you, even if I got to pay. I'm like, you ain't got to pay me. We from the same city, bro. Like, I don't.
Why he say Atlanta? Oh, you did move to Atlanta, didn't you?
Yeah, I just moved to Atlanta, yeah.
What sparked that? Like, well, first of all, what made you want to move, and how is it coming?
What made me want to move, I was supposed to move 2 years ago.
Why didn't you?
But it was always some shit coming up. Like, I don't care about saying shit. I had a DUI before I was supposed to leave. I had to take a class. That stopped me from going.
This nigga was serious about his DUI too. Like, he was not driving.
I had to take a class, all type of shit. I don't fuck with that. And then my kids and shit. So it's some stuff that came up with my kids. I couldn't leave, but I had an opportunity. I'm like, man, I'm finna go, bro. I ain't finna keep waiting. Like, the longer you wait, bro, like,
the longer you prolong it, it's not gonna
prolong
happen.
your shit. So I was like, I just made a decision. I'm like, I'm finna go. I'm finna make this shit happen. And don't get me wrong, I love my city. There's plenty of people that came up to me and was like, you can't grind from your city. You can't make it from your city. I can, but I'd rather go out there where I got bigger opportunities and where I'm more exposure, and then come back and create them opportunities for my city. That's my biggest thing. I want to create opportunities because I know there are opportunities here like that. Mm-hmm. So I want to come back and create opportunities for my city. Like, I want to make a whole comedy school here. I'm going to make a comedy school here.
Talk your shit, man.
So all the little young kids that's getting in trouble, that's bad in school, man, come to my school and learn how to get in front of that camera and make money, because you can make money being silly, bro. You ain't got to do that and get in trouble from your mom and your parents, bro. Like, make money from it.
He ain't capping, man. He ain't capping.
I definitely want to just make opportunities for my city, bro. That's my biggest thing. So I made that move, bro, and it's been going great so far, bro. I love it out in Atlanta.
Who have you worked with out there?
Man, Moat Williams, I don't know if he is. He was on Wild 'N Out. Comedian Jesse McDonald's, he's a vet in the
That's the one with
game.
the crutches,
Yeah,
y'all.
that's the disabled comedian. Well, Kelly, she been out there for a while, so it's so great being out there with Myron and Kelly because it's like we all from the same fucking city and we out there just fucking going hard, like, you know what I'm saying? So it should be so dope when we all collab and work together. I go to Desi Bank Barber. I don't know when I'm gonna run into this nigga, but I feel like I'm gonna run into this nigga. I'm probably work with him.
You was crispy and you just in there, just waiting on a nigga to walk in.
Like, yeah, Desi Banks, when he gonna be here? I was texting, but like, hey, when Desi coming and shit. Nah, but yeah, I plan on working. Funny Marco, I didn't work with him and shit already. And the third day I was out there, he casted me in his movie that we starting shooting next March. So.
Oh, congratulations with that. I didn't even know about that one. Congratulations, bro. Yeah. I know that ain't gonna be your first time in front of a camera though. You actually are gonna be on a streaming platform.
Oh yeah.
It's Netflix and chill. No, man, he actually got casted on something on Netflix. You want to let them know what that is?
Yeah, it's a show called The Floor Is Lava. It's basically like a game show. Say for instance, we in this motherfucker right now, and the flow just turned to lava. You got to be on this.
Jump like. Don't step on my shit, bro.
Oh, my bad.
It's all good,
I know
bro.
you pay for that. But you jump on this table and you jump to that couch and you got to get to the other side of the room. It's like a little competition show. So it was fun doing that. Me, J-Day, and Kane, shout out to them. We went there and did that.
So
show.
was it a contest?
Yeah, it was a contest.
When do it come out?
They keep pushing it back. It was supposed to come in January. Then they said they want to push it back in summertime for the kids when they get out of school. So
Okay, because I was so gonna ask, like, who won? Don't tell me yet.
I ain't telling you. I ain't telling you.
Okay, yeah, don't spoil the surprise, but y'all make sure y'all check that out. The Floor Is Live.
We'll have a watch party too. We're gonna have a watch party whenever they tell us they want to drop it. So we like the whole city come out and we gonna have a watch party. It's gonna be lit.
No, man, that's really dope, bro. Just flowers to you for the shit that, you know what I'm saying, want to bring stuff back and things like that, and the things that you have done. I know something else you did that I think you did it on accident, and it's actually becoming permanent in your life. Only because I've been knowing you for a long time. One of your skits involves you stuttering. And when you was growing up, I don't think you had a stuttering problem, but now you do.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I started doing this. I did like a.
Tell me it in the stuttering way.
All right, so I started when I did this video one time, and then I was in traffic, and then when I started to talking.
Wait, we not talking about people. Say it regular now, because
it don't matter because they always in my comments mad like stop talking about people that stutter because I still stutter. I'm like I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, I started doing that. I did like a video in the car and I was like in traffic and shit, and that shit had like 5 million views on fucking Facebook. And I was like, man, I'm just finna keep doing that shit. So bro, I've been doing the stuttering videos ever since then.
You can't be messing with people, bro. Then you also messing with people that's dumb. And like, if you dumb, it's cool. But they got a whole. I'm gonna let you tell it, bro. Go ahead and talk about y'all Dumb and Dumber, bro.
Yeah, so me and Myron started like a Dumb and Dumber series. Like basically, like niggas lock the keys in the car and got a hanger hanging in the window. But then we'll open the door and be like, man, put the hanger right there. We'd be right like this close to the keys and shit. Never grab them and shit. So ever since then, we do like. Trying to put M&M's.
That was the funniest one, dog. Dog said, "Tell them that the M come before the M."
Yeah, so man, we really finna come together with a Dumb and Dumber like short film. So we working on that shit too.
Man, that's what's up, bro. Anything else? Oh no, I do want to talk about this. I'll let you tell me what the biggest show that you think you had, but I'ma say, how was it like opening up for Gary Owens?
Oh yeah, I was dope only because. I think I was only like a year within my comedy, and I got the opportunity. So I was like, damn, I don't know how this came about. But it was somebody who was like seeing my videos and shit I was doing. So he was like, hey, man, you just send your stuff in to Gary Owens, your stand-up. So I sent it in.
How long was it?
How long was what?
The stand-up that you had to send in.
It was like 5 minutes. And I sent it in to Gary Owens, and they watched it, and they was like, man, we want him to open up. So I got an opportunity to open up for Gary Owens at the Pap Theater. So this shit was dope. I had fun.
That was the biggest stage you had?
Yeah, I would say that's the biggest stage I had. Yeah.
Was your stomach in your back?
Man, what? And it's crazy because I really manifest all that shit because I did a play like a year before. I did a play in the Pap Theater, and I looked in the crowd and I just stood there. It's like some movie type shit because there was nobody right there. And I was like, man, I could picture all these people. It's like a mixed crowd. It ain't even just black people. It's like white, Mexicans, German. And I was like, man, I said, I swear to God, I'm going to be on this stage again doing stand-up. And then like a year later, that shit happened. That shit was crazy. That's why I always say your words is very powerful, man. Like whatever you speak into existence, like speak that shit, bro. Like don't ever say, I hope, I pray. Like nigga, I will get rich. I will get that paper. Like I will be, you know what I'm saying? Like always speak that shit.
Say that shit, pimp. That's real. What do you feel like your biggest accomplishment is when it comes to comedy, skits, anything?
Being the inspiration to people that got stuff going on in their lives. Like people, I get them inboxes or the messages that come to me like, man, I just lost my dad, or I just lost my mom, or I lost a kid. And I could just come to your page and that just erase all the pain I got going on. And that really was keeping me going. That's like my biggest accomplishment, is being an inspiration to the world.
That's deep.
Or being the next person that want to come do comedy and be like, man, you made me want to do this shit. So that's what made me keep going every day. That's why I would never quit. I would never stop doing this shit. Like no matter how hard it get, no matter how tough it get, I'm going to always be pushing and grinding, bro. It'll never stop. I don't care how much success I get, I'm going to always keep going.
Man, that's deep as hell, boss. I'm going to ask you this too then, because I know, you put your daughter and everybody in the video and things like that, and you talked about your son, but how is the balance with the comedy and the shit that you have to do with being a father?
It's tough. Prior to the move, that's the only thing that had me second-guessing me making my move to Atlanta, was leaving my children. But once I got the approval and like of knowing my kids are gonna be all right, and then the mother of my kids, because that's the person I got to work with while I'm gone. Once I got their approval and they believed in me, it made it that much easier. But balancing that shit hard.
Also motivation for you.
Yeah, definitely motivation. I gotta make it. Like they tell me, like, well, you go down there, you better not fuck up or don't come back. It's just like I gotta make it happen when I get down here now. But it was hard even balancing that shit here. Like that's why I don't have a girl now. Like having a girl is so hard because it's days where you ain't gonna see me. It's gonna be days where I'm always busy. I'm always working.
Don't promote that he's single real quick. Trying to get.
I am single. Yeah. So anybody want to holler at the nigga real quick? No, I'm just fucking with y'all. But yeah, it's tough balancing that shit. But it's all worth it at the end of the day. Like that's all I can think about. Like it's at the end of the day, it's gonna all be worth it. So you just got to make that sacrifice. Sacrifice is the one. Cause being consistent and sacrifice is like two biggest things when it comes to comedy. So. Yeah.
I dig that, man. Before we end it, then I'm gonna ask you this: is there anything you want to speak on the culture here, as far as like just the comedy culture or anything, the rap scene? I remember one time you had a conversation. I just want you to speak on this. Then we ain't gonna say the club, but he was at a club and he walked up and it was cracking, dead cracking. And I ain't gonna lie, probably everybody. You want to finish the story? You know what story I'm finna say?
I'm trying to think.
All right. So you walked up and everybody said, "Oh man, dude, that's dude, that's the beat, that's him, man, you funny as hell, dog." Woo. Oh, okay, cool, $100.
All right.
So you,
I deal with that so much. I still deal with that shit. But yeah, I mean, I don't care about paying to get into no club, but people just they hit me with the, man, you funny as fuck, bro. It's like, man, but the thing is, like, if it ain't in your control, I can't get mad. Like, basically, if a nigga working the door and it's somebody else's night and they don't know me versus they know me, there's nothing they can do about it. That's cool. But if you got control, don't be like, hey, it's still $1,000 to get this motherfucker. You funny the motherfucker, though. It's like, $1,000.
I fuck with you, that nigga, but
still about 3 G's to get it. He puts the price up every time he say something about me funny. Like, that baby video, still about 5 G's to get in here, but you funny, though. Like, nigga, shut up.
Is it like that down in the A?
Man, shit. Being in the A, it's like I'm starting over, bro. Like, a lot of people, it's people that know me. I didn't came across people who didn't walk up to me and like, your voiceover is funny, blah, 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 blah. Like, that shit, you funny, blah, blah, blah. But it got people who don't know me from a can of paint. So it's like, I'm basically starting all the way over. So I'm paying. It's all right.
It's all paying.
If I know it's an important night, there's some people in that motherfucker, I'm networking. Networking is the most important thing in anything you're doing. From rapping to being a comedian to being a stripper. Bitch, you better network with these other strippers, bitch. So,
hey, you definitely paved the way for a lot of people, honestly. You even helped me out, too, when it came to my comedy and things like that. I give you your flowers with that, boss. Because you started right before I started, and I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't even know you was hooping to me. I'm like, that's B-Jones and all the shoot. Dog, you do comedy now, you know what I'm saying? So I want to give you your flowers and say, you know what I'm saying, thank you. Keep going. Your drive forward is definitely tough. And, man, let everybody know where they can find you at, Pimp.
Man, all right, you can find me on Facebook. I'm going to wait till there. That's my government. We're going to go on Instagram. You can find me at bjones_so funny. TikTok, bjones_so funny. Twitter, bjones_so funny. Facebook, Brandon Barthunio Jones.
Your middle name really Barthunio?
Nah, I'm fuck with y'all. It's Brandon Jones.
I know your middle
name. I'm not telling you my. Don't say my middle name.
Pay me.
How much you want? Motherfuckers ain't funny. No, my middle name. Fuck that.
Hey, man, I got B. Jones, man, one of the funniest niggas out of this city, and gonna be one of the funniest niggas on your phone and on your TV. Coming soon for sure. I'm Eda Black, and I appreciate y'all on this episode.
Hell, Baka.